So Manny Mua and Jaclyn Hill might collab on a makeup product. Let's talk about it. So if you don't know what's going on, is Manny Mua posted a video on his social media where he shined some light on Jaclyn Hill's lipstick from 2016. He was talking about iconic makeup that he loves or liked or whatever. But then I was like, wait a minute. Jaclyn Hill just moved to California. So has Manny Mua and Laura Lee. They already live there. But Jaclyn Hill has been hanging around James Charles more lately and Manny Mua and Laura Lee. So she recently appeared on their podcast and she kind of just talked about some stuff. So if you missed that, let me show you what she said. Here we go, roll it.
First of all, you moved to Los Angeles. What was the driving force?
There's something to be said about my unhappiness. I was so unhappy at the time. I was so unfulfilled in so many ways.
Like, what do you feel like has been one of your biggest life lessons post-cancellation? What have you feel like you've learned?
Okay, so that's such an amazing question because okay, here we go. I'm going to get deep.
You've done a major transformation.
Baby, I've been seeing those posts on the stories.
Is it Ozempic?
This is such a sensitive subject for me, but I'll talk about it without crying. And that's going to be like a green check mark for me because I'm not going to cry. But it came to the point where I was just so depressed and so miserable. My older brother, he's the one who was just like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, here you are, you're getting married. Okay, you're entering this new chapter of your life. My family just loves and adores Jordan so much. Like, he came in genuinely as like my partner, right?
Yeah.
He's like, thinking about you and Jordan getting married, like, take everything out of it. Don't think about taking care of your family. Don't think about what the internet's gonna say about you. Like, fuck everything except for what do you want? It's like the scene in The Notebook.
No, literally, what do you want?
What do you want? And when my brother came to me and said that, he's like, because if I were you, I would just want to quit it all. I'd want to walk away. And I just sat in that and soaked in that thought, like, what is it that I want? Because the thing that my driver was always taking care of my friends and family.
Absolutely.
I've always hired people and created positions for people, and I've always wanted to take care of everybody. So I'm like, okay, I got to keep this thing going because like I want to just overpay everyone. You know what I mean? And when I finally just decided to be selfish for a second and be like, what do I want? I was like, I don't want any of this. I don't want any of it. I don't want to be a CEO. I don't care anymore if people think of me as a boss bitch or not. I'm done. I don't want this. I was so miserable. So it's like I made that decision. I stopped drinking, and then this weight came off me. And here I am, moved across the country.
Okay, grab a snack and come on back. So I was like, wait a minute. I think that based on the conversation that she's been having, I really do feel like Jaclyn Hill is going to be doing some type of collab with Manny Mua and his brand Lunar Beauty. I think my cat dropped something. So anyways, I just want to say this, right? Jaclyn Hill, and I've said this time and time again, she's always been like a collab type of girl, and that Jaclyn Hill would do much better if she was just accepting collaborations. If you look at Michaela Nogueira, she's been like doing lots of collab recently. She's done it with oh my god, Glamlight, there's so much, KVD, Elf Cosmetics, and so many more. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, this is where a lot of these influencers go wrong. They feel like, man, I'm getting booked. All these brands want me. I'm going to start my own line. And then they figure out like, man, I'm not selling enough. Why is this stuff flying off the shelves? And I'm thinking like, girl, it's just like a flash in the pan. It's like a thing. And I'm not hating on them because at least they're stepping out to try it. But I think that Jaclyn Hill is just one of those girls who should have did an independent line, very small quantities, and put it out there. And I think that she should have just stayed either doing it that way, small quantities, doing her own, and like literally packing her own orders type vibe. Or she could actually just do collab, but never her own brand to be like the next Chanel or the next Fenty, because they have major pockets behind them and investors. With that being said, you start looking around the room like Jaclyn Hill and you're like, you see Jeffree Starr, he just launched new blushes for the summer. He's doing his thing on TikTok. And then you have other people like Patrick Starr who's launching stuff. And I was thinking about it. I was like, Patrick Starr has had a few viral hits makeup products. Jaclyn Hill never had, although the makeup was decent with Jaclyn Cosmetics, she never had like that hit viral makeup product. And I thought about it and I'm like, well, neither is Manny Mua. But if you can get these people to collaborate together, it could be like the old days where they used to collaborate. If you guys don't know, 2016, the influencers used to collaborate to grow. So I could really see Manny Mua paying Jaclyn Hill something to do a lipstick with him, to do something, and it actually would be smart because, Lunar Beauty, I don't really hear that many people talk about it. It's pretty much a sleepy brand, although it may be decent makeup. I just feel like Lunar Beauty hasn't had like that viral hit makeup. I do see influencers pick up a makeup brush or they pick up a lippy and they might give it a mention, but I don't have like that viral sensation or moment that's behind it. I don't think that Manny Mua has found something that would go viral like that just yet. Not to say that he hasn't or he won't. I just haven't seen something like really make a splash. Because if I did, we would be talking about it. But we haven't in such a long time. So right now, I think the brand, although it's there and they do launch stuff from time, I just kind of feel like there has to be something out there, whether it be a viral setting spray or a makeup dissolving mist or something. And all you really have to do is you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you take something that's already really popular and trending and just make it just a little bit better, which doesn't cost more money. Or just have Jaclyn Hill, pay Jaclyn Hill to do something for him. And I also feel like James Charles would do something for Manny, and also Manny could do something for James, and vice versa. Because you guys remember when Jeffree Star did a collaboration with Manny Mua? And I always thought, like, when you look at that, I was like, is that really like the last big influencer he did a collab with?
In 2017, Jeffree Star, Manny Mua, Laura Lee, and Nikita Dragun were 4 of the biggest influencers on beauty YouTube. They frequently collaborated on each other's channels and helped each other build their brands, and were often associated with each other because they were friends, and they were publicly known as friends. They hung out all the time. But as 2017 progressed, people started to notice that Nikita, Manny, and Laura were kind of distancing themselves from Jeffree Star a little bit, and they saw more of another beauty influencer, Gabriel Zamora, present in their group. In November of 2017, Jeffree Star tweeted out that Laura Lee's soul was pure evil and confirmed that their friendship had come to an end. Their friendship fallout wasn't acknowledged again until August of 2018 when Shane Dawson released his 4-part docuseries, The Secret Life of Jeffree Star, which has over 50 million views on YouTube. This is where Shane and Jeffree met for the first time, and also the first time we really saw behind the curtain of Jeffree Star's opulent lifestyle. In these videos, Jeffree Star opens up about his past and talks about his use of racist language and aggressive behavior towards other people. And the only time he'd ever addressed this before was in a video titled Racism that he made in July of 2017 after Jackie Aina called him out for racism. This aspect of Jeffree Star's past played a huge role in the subsequent drama that followed. And in August of 2018, Gabriel Zamora tweeted out a photo that literally changed the beauty community forever. The video featured him, Nikita Dragun, Laura Lee, and Manny Mua flipping off the camera, and the caption read, "Bitch is bitter because without him, we're doing better." This caused an uproar online, and all of Jeffree's fans ran to his aid. After which Gabriel Zamora said that Jeffree had made numerous racist remarks about black people when they were friends. During this time, an old tweet of Laura Lee's resurfaced from 2012 in which she had said a profoundly racist remark about black people. The same thing happened to Gabriel Zamora and to Manny Mua, and they all lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Laura Lee made an apology video after all of this that kind of went down in the YouTube Hall of Fame as the worst YouTuber apology video of all time until Colleen Ballinger's stint with the ukulele, and she kind of created the genre of YouTuber apology videos. After this, Laura Lee and Manny Mua stopped supporting Gabriel Zamora, but they stayed friends with each other. And then in late August of 2018, Gabriel Zamora made a video titled My Truth, where he confirmed that the middle finger photo was indeed aimed at Jeffree Star, and he announced that he was cutting Manny Mua and Laura Lee out of his life because they were toxic. And because of Shane's docuseries, Jeffree Star got off scot-free, basically, for a little bit. The attention surrounding this brought a lot of attention to YouTube drama channels and tea channels. Everything seemed to be going peachy for Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, even for a little bit after Dramageddon 2.0, when Tati made her Bye Sister video. But that all changed in summer of 2020 when the internet collectively turned against Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, in a period that became known as Karmageddon. I'm running out of time, but I will make a part 2.
Like, for Jeffree Star to do a collaboration with Manny Mua, that was huge. I don't know, that was very interesting. That whole thing is interesting, because I look back at it and I would be like, did Jeffree really do that because he wanted to, I guess, cross platforms, or was he doing it to maybe be a little shady, drive a wedge between friendships? Like, who knows? Like, this is my friend. I don't know. Because if you look at that, Jeffree Star did a collaboration with Manny Mua, the whole lunar thing that ended up having a lawsuit behind it. But I don't see, Patrick Starr doing one with Manny Mua and stuff like that. So I just kind of, just stuff I'm looking at, right? But the fact that, Jeffree Star and Manny Mua don't even speak anymore, there was a comment that was left, and I took a screenshot of it, if I can find it here. Yeah. So when Manny Mua posted the video about the Jaclyn Hill lipstick, somebody said, "OMG, the forbidden Jaclyn lipsticks." Then Manny Mua commented and said, They're iconic, which is a verbiage I've seen Jeffree Star use, but whatever. And then Brie said, I will sell you my soul for the Jaclyn cosmetic lip, said Brie. You're gonna sell your, hold on, I'm gonna turn this down. You're gonna sell your entire soul for a Jaclyn cosmetic lipstick? Really? A whole entire soul. One, for a lipstick. Brie, can we get Brie? Who comments that? Brie, can we get Brie on an interview? We gotta interview Brie. Because is it really that serious? Because there's some people out there who love Jaclyn Cosmetics and don't even know the brand shut down. I saw that the other day in the comment section. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics posted something. Somebody was like, oh, I love this. Can't wait to buy it. And people were like, it's already gone. You can't buy it anywhere. Anyways, honestly, I think that whole thing is weird. I think they will come out with some type of makeup, but that's my... But, you know, you have James Charles, who recently just launched a brand new painted item. It's like a glittery type of, you know, eyeshadow, but you probably use a highlighter too. At least he's dropping stuff. This is a perfect time to drop something right now because you're getting into October, November, December, the last quarter, fourth quarter of the season when everybody's trying to start thinking about gifts for underneath the Christmas tree or gifts or whatever these people celebrate. And so I think that, you know, Manny Mua, I think might be up to some Jaclyn Hill. And Jaclyn Hill would be smart for her to do that and then do it with James and then do it with Patrick Starr. I don't know. I think that whole friend group is kind of not as tight as we think it is. I can see James, I can see Jaclyn doing something, I can see James and Manny doing something, and even Jaclyn with Manny, but I don't see Patrick Starr really doing anything like that. And I think that because there's so many moving parts with One Size Beauty that he may be like the face. You know, he doesn't own the brand. He has investors behind it, which is totally fine, not to knock him. I think the brand is great and really great success with viral moments with some of the products. But when it comes to Jaclyn Cosmetics, I'm just keep thinking like, well, that's already gone. What is Jaclyn Hill going to do now? And I feel like Jaclyn Hill, to me, she was such like a force to be reckoned with. That one time, everybody wanted a piece of Jaclyn Hill. Like, you have to really think that everybody wanted Jaclyn Hill. She could sell anything at that time. Somewhere along the way, it just kind of just fizzled out. We have new people here like Michaela Noguera and so many other, Alex Earl and things like that, and Rich Lux on TikTok. And I'm thinking like, what is going on? Why is the downfall of Jaclyn Hill is just so interesting to me because I don't understand her fall from grace. And I really do think it was those lipsticks that really hit her hard. If it was any other brand, they would have did the launch and kept it going. But Jaclyn Hill, she took too long to respond. But then not only that, she took time off. And it really took a hit to her brand because she made it a hit to her brand. She could have turned it around, but it really hit her hard. But not only that, there are influencers who also perpetrated that. Like, I remember when her lipsticks came out and there's alleged hair on it. And I saw other influencers like, oh my God, there is a hair on it. Oh, and hyping it up. And I'm thinking, like, that's your friend. Like, Patrick Starr was one of the ones who was like throwing a little shade at Jaclyn Hill during that lipstick scandal. Okay, no one ever talks about that. Can somebody make a video about it, like a whole entire video about that? Like, the shade that he did. And so I don't see them hanging out. Very interesting. And, you know, because Patrick Starr lives in LA, and I kind of feel like there's some tension between Jaclyn Hill and Patrick Starr because I don't see them hanging out. And I think that, in my opinion, that some of the words that Patrick Starr said about Jaclyn Hill around that time, those videos, because he made videos about it on his Instagram story about these lipsticks and stuff, throwing a little shade, I think that Jaclyn Hill remembered. And because Jaclyn Hill remembers, I think she is not really engaging with Patrick Starr, and I see her talk about One Size every now and then, or do I? I don't know. Interesting, these people, you know. But it doesn't matter what I think about all the drama. Let me know what you think about that. Comments down below. Please leave a like, leave a comment. It helps me out so much with the algorithm, and I'll see you guys in the next video.